A lot of you have been asking where I've been these past few years, which is very understandable. I haven't been truly active on YouTube for about 7 years. It's not a very exciting story, but I'll walk you through it. I used to make two main types of videos. There were trick tip videos and video part type things. With the trick tips, I was starting to run out of tricks that I was good enough to teach. The reason I was able to effectively teach tricks before is because I'm not all that talented at skateboarding. Tricks came really hard for me, so I understood all of the problems you might have trying to learn them, because chances are I ran into those problems too. But I had already taught most of the basic things like ollies, kick flips, 360 flips, things like that. I was getting to a point where I would have to learn new tricks just for the sake of teaching them, or try to teach things I could just barely do. For example, I got a lot of requests to teach varial heel flips, which I was never that good at. It's not a natural trick for me. It took me a long time to film enough of them where I could get a few decent lands that weren't sketchy that I could show in slow motion. And I felt like because of that, I wasn't really progressing personally, because I was spending a lot of time practicing tricks I didn't really care about, just so I could film them and make trick tips for them. And so I thought I would take a break from them for a while. I also used to spend a lot of time filming for video parts. I was putting together another video, a big one. It was going to be in 2008. My friend and I had been filming for a long time, and then I got a new HD camera. And so I thought I would pull a plan B and throw away all that footage and start over and refilm it all in HD. But at the same time, I was about to graduate college, and then I started working full time, and I just wanted to skate for fun. It felt like a chore having a camera on me all the time. And when I got to skate with my friend, which was getting more and more rare, I just wanted to skate instead of spending half the time filming and half the time being filmed. And again, I felt like I wasn't progressing. I had a certain skill level, and when you film, you try to reach a little outside that skill level. And if you aren't actually working on your base tricks and practicing stuff you already know, you aren't really progressing and getting better. So I took a break from filming video parts too. But the last thing that happened was the main major thing that made me take a step back from the channel. I had a few sponsors back in the day, and it started causing some problems. YouTube does not like when you have logos or links to websites or anything in their videos. They say it takes away from their ads. So a lot of my videos were being taken down, and my account got to be in bad standing, and I permanently lost my YouTube partner status, but that's another story. The main issue was with a ramp company that wanted to work with me. I don't think they're around anymore, but I'm not going to mention their name anyway. They approached me and said that if I put their name and the link to their site in the annotations of my videos, they would send me a free ramp. And when I got it, I could film myself using it and talk about it a little bit. Everything seemed legit, and one day a giant semi-truck pulled into my driveway, and they actually did send me a mini ramp. It was two quarter pipes and a flat bottom, and there were little connectors to hold it all together. The problem was there were parts missing, and I had to hold it together with duct tape. It was kind of sketchy. And also I had a real mini ramp at the time that I built with my dad. It was about 3'6" by 8 feet wide. This thing was about 2'6" by 4 feet wide. It was so small and awkward that it was really hard to skate. You could just barely do an axle stall on it, and you had to hug the edge both on the way up and on the way down. And the transition was really mellow, and it was just hard to keep speed in it. I couldn't make a video of me skating it like they wanted, and when it came, it was really rusty. It felt like it was going to fall apart. It was missing bolts. I was in a difficult position. I wanted to honor the agreement with the company and show off their product, but I just didn't like it. They did their part by sending me the ramp, but if I did an honest review of them, it would have hurt their company. And I didn't feel like they deserved that. They weren't a scam or anything, it just wasn't what I was expecting. And if I did a fake positive review of it, it would have hurt you guys if you decided to go out and buy one based on my word. I wasn't sure what to do, and I started avoiding my email because I was worried about the company sending me messages or maybe even potential legal action. We didn't have a contract, so that was really unlikely, but still. Next thing you know, avoiding emails turned into avoiding interacting with the channel at all, which led to me pushing back videos I was planning on doing, and that turned into me just disappearing. Next thing you know, I'm working full-time, got married, and I just don't have a lot of time to skate. And when I did, I would rather just enjoy it than try to make a video, especially since YouTube took down so much of my stuff. Every now and then I would get emails about copyright issues or warnings that my account was in bad standing, and I just didn't want to deal with it. For a while there, I was writing articles, trick tips and things like that for the sports section on Yahoo. I tried to find a link to some of these articles, but it looks like they were taken down too. But now I'm working freelance. I've got more free time and a looser schedule. I put all my problems with YouTube behind me by starting fresh with a new channel, and I'm ready to get back to my passions of skateboarding and video creation. That's all for this Q&A. It was a long one, but I had a few years to cover. Comment below with any questions you'd like me to cover in a future Q&A video. It doesn't have to be about me. It can be about skateboarding in general or any other questions that you think I might be able to help you out with. Until next time.